I've been in this creator economy for more than 3 years at this point, and nobody talks about how tricky it is to land your first brand deal. Hey guys, it's Monson Day. I'm 21. I'm a full time creator, social media manager, and a sales closer as well, apart from that. But right now, we're going to talk about how you can land your first brand deal. And trust me, it is no rocket science. So let me just go directly. And yeah, we'll talk about all of the kind of brand deals that are actually possible on the market and how things actually work. Now, before starting, there's this one line I always stand by. I always tell everyone to, remember this. It's basically pick up a skill, be really good at it, and then get people to pay you for that. Here, the skill would be basically your niche, your genre, whichever type of content you want to make. Be really good at it, and then get people, in terms brands, to pay you for that. How do you get people to pay you for that? Either you become very visible, which is through inbound leads, brands approach you directly, which is of course after a line in the pipeline, and or the other one, which is the easiest one, is outreach. Now I'm going to tell you all the ways how you can actually do both of them, but before that, these are basically the two types of brand collabs that are into the market right now. So the first type is actually known as barter collabs. I'm sure you guys have heard about this. Barter basically means these brands actually give you the goodies, give you the product, services, whichever it is, and you make videos on that. Now it is not bad, okay? You need to remember barter is not bad. I totally understand that creators should be paid at the beginning only. Like, your effort needs to be paid. It is not something like, one product can buy it. But again, try to understand, take it for in this, scenario, you are not doing it for exposure. Never think that way. If a brand tells you, you're getting exposure based on the product or the company, that is absolute nonsense. That's not how things work. There's nothing as exposure, but think about, making a portfolio for yourself. For example, you work with a really good brand, Mcafe, Mintra. These are brands that actually do barter as well, and these are good brands in the market. So after a point, then when you, your portfolio for like 2 3 brands are stacked up, when the third brand comes, they actually see that, okay, this person has a good profile, let me actually, approach them as well. So think about in that term. So, whenever you're even accepting any barter, remember that, do you really like the product? A, then go for it. And second of all, will this actually give you something, a leverage on your profile, that, showcasing this brand will be a good thing. Just because they are giving you a free product doesn't make sense until unless, the product is very good. Like, think about it, one free face wash is not going to change my life as for barter, and there is no exposure in that way. So that is not going to help. So always remember, when you're doing barter, and if you're just starting out as a person, this is great. Do go for barters. It's nothing bad about it. There's two industries I always tell that are very welcome to barter. Number one is F&B, food and beverage. You go to any cafes, good cafes, all of these have food with your friends and all, and then you just make a video out of it. And the second one is clothing brands like Freakins, Mintra, Newme. They really do a lot of barters. You can get really pretty clothes and make videos about it. And as I mentioned, you don't have to think about exposure. In the other way, actually think about something like, how this can leverage up your profile, and you can show it as a portfolio building, not these exposure things. Second one is paid collabs. Yes, the most lucrative ones. This is basically how entire the creator economy works, and there is no cap. How people think, I need to have a certain number of followers to start earning money. Absolute trash. You can literally start from like 500 followers to 1,000, or maybe as big you grow, of course, as more you make. Now this depends on, many factors. Number one, the type of content you make, the quality. And if you're doing UGC, then it's like completely no cap at all. Like right now, I'm not going into UGC, it's just brand deals and, promotions on your page. Does a number of followers matter? Yes, certainly. Because imagine, the brand is actually trying to promote to the audience which you have. So the more audience that you have, the more the brand will be able to promote through your page. So you are just a mediator here, allowing, telling your audience that this product or something exists and to know about this. So yes, follower cap does matter, but at some time there's no, barrier entry that you need to have a certain followers to start it. Absolutely nothing like that. You can literally start with 500 or maybe 1,000. All of these, it is very much doable. Now the last one is actually not like a basic type of collab, but it's mostly like an affiliate or commission based. Well, based on, for example, you are promoting a video, you have these code. You've seen a lot of creators put that code, right? So same way, you put the code, and if somebody buys the product or the service or whatever through your code, you get a commission or a cut margin based on that. Now again, this is not the best way. If you are really thinking about making good money, this might be or might not be great. So what I would personally personally suggest, if you have started paid collabs or the brand is allowing, get the base amount, and on top of that, if you can get like these commission base, why not take it up? But otherwise, if you are somebody who's just doing barter at this point, just really just starting out, then always make sure to ask the brand for a code or commission base, because anyways you're doing barter, you're not taking anything monetary out of it. So through your page, if somebody actually buys on, like even for like 2-3 conversions, you're getting like a very small amount. So why not? Even if that's funding for your like one coffee, take it. I would always suggest, do not forget to mention this affiliate or thing until especially if you're doing barter, if you're just starting out. That's it, guys. This is so simple. People make like so much blunder about so much going on. That's not it. It is that simple. But I'm going to tell you like two ways basically how you can actually like get in contact with the brands. So this is, as I mentioned at the starting of the video as well, number one, inbound. So how this the inbound thing happens? Now this happens after a point, like you start making content, you get a good followers, you get into the eyeballs of so many brands, and then they approach you directly. This is one of the best ways to do it, honestly, because of the reason that you have the shift of power. I am not asking or begging somebody to get me collabs. Here directly somebody's approaching, so you can put your own cost, how, what are your terms, all of these, best way to do it. But again, this happens after a while. If you're somebody who wants to take it for a long term game, definitely inbound is one of the best ways. Wait for it till the brands actually reach out to you. Or again, there's always the second option, which is outreach. At the beginning, even I did it, there's nothing wrong about it. Just make sure how exactly to do this. For outreach, the basic thing is as simple as it sounds. You are basically like approaching the brands. Here it's not the other way. You as a creator approach the brand. Now very practically, there is certain ways how to do it. You will just not go to a brand and be like, oh my god, just give me some collab. That is not how things work. Okay, you should always have the shift of power. You are not doing a charity here. So remember, for outreach, the best way is to actually DM the brands on their Instagram DMs. Now you might think like 100K brand will look at your page or not. Well, they do. They do have POCs. People do regulate this. They do approach or read your messages. And or the second way to do is through mails. So you can do both ways. I would suggest always mail them as well, and also drop a DM. And there's specific way how to write it. You cannot write like a huge storyline about your whole life. Nobody's gonna read it. So the formula is basically called like KISS. This is something I call like keep it short and simple. Short and simple. I'm actually gonna put a screenshot of the like formats that I did when I was back in college. So I was back in second year when I actually started taking these collabs more seriously. So when I used to do this, I used to attach this way. So this is here, I'm gonna stick the DM one, and this is how for the mail one. And I have landed beautiful collaborations with great brands, for example Zostel, Mintra, Freakins as well. These are big brands and quite good ones. So yes, this was all through outreach. I was the one who outreached to them. They did not approach me at the beginning because I was just a small creator, and again like another college creator at that point. So that's how you can exactly do this. By the way, just to clarify, you do not have to copy the way I wrote the messages. Definitely have yours. So just to teach you how to do it, there are basic steps. Number one, the first liner always should be something like, I hopped across your brand, really love it. So something like this, just like it's a starter, a small talk with the brand, something like this. Think about it that way. Second one could be a small introduction for yourself. Keep it very short. Here we are not talking about you. Here we're talking about the brand. So here, as I mentioned, since I started doing this since second year of college, I used to do this. So I wrote I'm on Sunday, second year from Christ University, Bangalore, XYZ, done. Third is the most important part where you are talking about how you can help the brand. It could be something like I make content which is storytelling, college based, fun, travel. So here I think this will align with your brand, and I can create great content about it. And then also mention that since I am in college, or I'm working, I am from this. So when you talk about this, it shows about your demographics, your background, and this is definitely something that your brand will be attracted more. So always do that, short messages, and in my opinion, at least text around 20 brands per day. Do that for a week, and trust me, if you do not get a reply, then there is some mistake either on the draft you're sending or the profile optimization. There's also a plus point: keep a clean profile. You don't have to have much some content on it. You don't have to have much followers, but at least some videos that the brand can actually be like, okay, this is something I would go for. That videos can be about your friends, all simple, whatever you think is good for you just to start. Remember, the entry to barrier is the most that is in your head. We don't start just because we think we are not good enough. That's not the truth. So just start, go for it, make it exist first, then make it good, always, which I will say. And yes, that's about it. It is that simple. Give things a shot, and trust me, it will help out or work out for you. Also, just an add on, remember that brand collabs are not the end of it. In my opinion, always focus on the long term. Try to build an audience first. The brands will come for you. Like, trust me, they will come. There's nothing wrong in your content. If you're making, like, doing things good, it will come to you. So, something like that. But again, if you still want to give brand collabs a shot, I hope this video actually clarifies all of the questions. And in the next video, I'm actually going to be mentioning in depth, like, how much can you charge, because there are the market standards that you need to understand, and second of all, that you do not get underpaid for it. So yes, subscribe along, and I will see you guys on the next video.